let's just pray my phone doesn't fall. Top of the morning, good morning, top of the hour, whatever time it may be, wherever you are. Great start to the day by seeing this video. Okay, I'm just literally going on a rampage right now, slightly going on a rampage, because it's not really that serious, but it kind of really is. I have this slight issue with people wanting other people's lives for the sake of the gift, for the sake of, I don't know, for the sake of whatever, right? I don't know. You want someone else's life because they have a gift. Well, why God didn't give me that gift? Why can't I speak in tongues? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Well, it happens to them like this. Well, why doesn't it happen to me like that? Let me tell you something. Okay? That is rubbish. It's rubbish. Okay? Let me tell you something. If you had the gift, can I turn right here? I can. Let me go ahead and do that. I didn't even turn my blinker on. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me. If you had the gift of an intercessor, a prayer warrior, a demon chaser, if you had the gift of prophecy, or if you were a prophet, and I say this with the most respect, before I turned this camera on, I was like, God, forgive me if this comes out wrong, but you do not want that lifestyle. You do not, turn your phone sideways, it's fine. You do not want that lifestyle. Do you know how it feels to, do you know how it feels to be near death praying for someone? Do you want to have these horrible dreams that actually come to life? Do you want to see images of demons? You want to do that? You want someone's life so bad that you want to see demons? That you have to encounter demons? Like physically seeing them? Physically feeling them? Going through all of this spiritual warfare? You want that? Do you mean to tell me you want someone's life so bad because you see the outside? You don't see the depths of the spirit. You don't see the depths of the soul. All of the purging and deliverance that person has to do. All you see is the glitz and the glamour that they receive from said lifestyle. I want to be a prophet. Are you sure? I want to be an intercessor. Are you sure? Are you positive? Do you know what comes with that? Do you know what comes with that? You have to deal with people hating you for no reason. You have to deal with people not liking you for no reason. You have to deal with people who are inconsiderate for no reason. You have to deal with having no friends. Let's turn this car off. Pardon my bumpity crustity early in the morning, but we're not on here for my appearance. Okay? Turn the phone back up. Okay? Do you understand that this life is not like, hear me in the back, hear me, okay? This life is not easy. You want these things for all the wrong reasons. You want it because somebody else have it. Well, why God didn't bless me like that? God has his own way of blessing you. Let's not get into this state of mind that we have to be a certain way in order for God to bless us. You want a certain lifestyle? Tap into the Lord. Tap into your prayer life. Tap into these things by asking God. This is how you tap into it. Start praying. Being consistent in prayer. That's how it works. Pray. What does prayer do? It allows you to talk to God. When you pray, it allows you to talk to God. It allows you to communicate with God. Guess what else you need during prayer? You need to be patient, because you can go, well, I prayed, but I didn't receive anything. It's the heart. It's the mind. They got to go together. If two can't walk together. Two can't walk together unless they agree. Okay? Google the scripture. How can two walk together if they don't agree? If your mind is somewhere else and your heart is somewhere else, how are you going to have a connection with God? They have to be parallel with each other. So before you try to connect with God, you say, God, forgive me for my sins. If there is anything in me, reveal it. Reveal my blind spots. You can say these things, but make it your own words because it has to be personal. You can't do something just because somebody else is doing it or because somebody else is telling you to. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. You can't do what somebody else is doing and thinking it's going to work. No, God gave you your own method. Okay? I need some oxygen. It's cold. God gave you your own method, sweetheart. You are not going to get in where you fit in doing what somebody else did. And it's not going to work. And you're going to be upset. And you're going to feel so low. You're going to feel so incapable because what? Imposter syndrome is real. Well, maybe if I get it like this, if I do this aesthetic, if I do this, if I act like this, if I pray like this, if I talk like that, if I dress like this, you're going to run yourself in a circle. Excuse me. You're going to run yourself in a circle. Wanting someone else's life is idolatry. Idolatry. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Okay? Go to God. Seek his face. Fast and pray. Okay? Ask for some holy oil. Lay your hands on yourself. If you don't really know how to do that and you don't want to do that, you cannot be scared. You want these gifts? You cannot be scared. Why can't I speak in tongues? Honey. 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 It is not fun. I wish I didn't have these certain things because then I wouldn't have to deal with certain things that I go through. I wish my life was normal. I wish. On some occasions, I do not wish that my life was normal because I like how my life is with these particular gifts of the gifts that God has given me. But if I could choose a normal life, God, reverse it. Okay? But this is the way that God made me with the gifts that he has given me. I don't care to share what gifts God has given me. But what I do care to share is stop wanting other people's lives because you don't know what that deep, dark time comes with. You don't know the power struggle. You don't know the fight. It is so hard to have emotions that are not even yours, but you're feeling someone else's emotions. And it feels like death. You can hear their thoughts. You can sense their thoughts. You can feel their thoughts. And it causes your body to ache on behalf of another person's burdens. Why would you want that? Why would you want to know what that feels like? Why? Why? What is so important about that? God putting people in your dreams and you like, what did I just see? Lord, why are you showing me these things? He shows you them to pray, right? He shows warnings before destruction. But Lord, why did you let me see it like that? That was horrible. I felt like I almost died in my dream. What? I almost had a near-death experience in my dream just so I could receive the warning and tell someone else or pray on their behalf. What? Be happy and grateful with the life God gave you because God uses us all for specific reasons. All of our journeys are not the same. So when you try to be somebody else, or when you try to do what somebody else do, you are becoming further and further and further away from your own purpose, your own destiny, your own talents, your own gifts, your own desires, your own dreams. So you're alive to live someone else's life just to see if you would get the same benefits. Guess what? God is not going to reward someone with impure intentions. If your intentions are not pure, if your motives are not pure, God is going to look at you and laugh. Because you're trying to play God for this magic magician that he's not. God is not a magic magician. God is a ruler. God is a ruler, honey. It's time to go inside. I just came on here to say that. Well, why I don't have this? Well, why I don't do this? It's easy for us all to do that. I do that sometimes. I do that. Well, God, where's my blessing at? Well, did you do what I asked you to do? Did you start doing what you wanted to do? We got to look at ourselves. We got to flip the mirror around and look at ourselves. The mirror doesn't show us everything. So then we got to flip the mirror around, which is God. We got to get in God's face. We got to say, God, what's up? What you need me to do? That's our problem. We don't seek God enough in order to get our own revelation. We wait for someone to tell us, or we go to tarot card readers. I've never went to a tarot card reader before. I never paid for a tarot card reader. But that was so long ago. I was a tarot card reader. People came to me. Nevertheless. Okay. Deal with your problems. Deal with yourself. Just like I have to deal with myself. Deal with yourself and not want other people's problems. Idolizing people, you know what that is? It's breaking one of the first commandments. Do not put a God before me. Do not have no other God but me. Because I am a jealous God. I will kill you and make your life a living hell if you put a God before me. Regardless if that's food, an actual statue, an actual altar, idolizing another person's life. I'm going to do whatever it takes to have this. Desperation. Do you know what doors that opens? You're telling God, my life is not good enough for me to accept. So even though God made you in his image, what he created you to be is not good enough. So whose feelings are you really hurting? God. Because he created you to be a specific way. Why are you trying to be like somebody else that he created when he created you in his image also? Get in where you fit in, which is prayer. Get in where you fit in, which is seeking his face through fasting and prayer. Get in where you fit in by knocking and asking. He said, knock on the door and I shall answer. So what is that? Praying, calling out to him, worshiping him. Let him answer you. Try building a habit in that and see what happens. There's room for everybody to eat out here, and not in the same way. We don't have to get to God all in the same way. Okay? Good night. Good morning. Thank you for attending Sparkle University. Psalms Garden at Sparkle University. Have a great and lovely day. And be wonderful on purpose. Be wonderfully you. Fearfully and wonderfully made. He created you to be different. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Remember that I am your God and I give you these things. I give you these gifts. I cause you to be abundant. I being the Father. You can't cause yourself to be abundant. You can't do the work by yourself. Like, oh, well, I did what they did. Now let's see the results. No, it don't work like that. Good day. Love y'all. Until next time. Sparkle out.